Just as Apple is still struggling to launch its first dual-folding screen phone, and it's giving Tim Cook a headache, our black-haired Richard Yu has already updated the trifolding phone to version 2.0. What do you call this? This is called tearing off the film. Unpacking. You can see this stunning Huawei Mate XTs. You can see this. You came from Dandong, returning me covered in snow. To be honest, seeing it for the first time is truly shocking. Firstly, this unfolded 10.2-inch phone screen makes it one step closer for humans to one day pull out a 75-inch TV from their pocket. Secondly, paired with this only 25mm thick flat Mate 70, almost 70 thinner than the 4.6mm thick unfolded dual-folding screen Mate X6, also nearly 30 thinner and outrageous thickness, really makes holding this white Mate XTs in hand feel like a piece of card paper, thin as a cicada's wing. So sometimes when I think about it, it's really no wonder the Huawei trifolding phone has those wealthy business people all eager and impatient, like on the high-speed train from Shanghai to Beijing. And in the hands of those doctors I noticed, everyone truly has a trifolding phone. Because to be fair, such an extremely exaggerated, even somewhat abstract industrial art piece, if I had the money, I would also buy one to keep at home. Especially now that the Mate XTs supports a stylus. Reading memorials to the emperor has directly turned into approving memorials to the emperor. Holding a trifolding phone at home to handle important matters, you tell me. Sometimes when you think about it, this official, how high-ranking must they be to be considered significant? But to be honest, the S in this generation of Mate XTs is just like back then, representing that this generation of Mate XTs in appearance is almost the same as the previous, representing that this generation of Mate XTs in appearance has almost no changes from the previous generation, exactly the same dimensions, the same weight, the same screen quality. The only difference is, there are two additional colors, white and purple, and on the leather back panel of the camera side of the phone, there are two diagonal embossings on the sides, resembling wings. In short, it makes the original. Make those wealthy people once again. Since the appearance hasn't changed much, it's obviously because there have been. So hello everyone, I am Su Xing. So let's enter the software. The first focus after entering the software aspect of the Mate XTs is that the trifolding unfolded main screen now finally can display the column main page. That's right. You can see that the previous generation Mate XT, although when unfolded it's also like today's, but its old version system only allowed displaying two column main pages. This simply meant widening the dual folding screen, and in terms of actual functionality it had no trifolding significance. Now, the Mate XTs can finally display three columns. This indicates that the trifolding phone, this special model, is now officially and thoroughly implemented, and allows for more efficient practical use. So, how high is it? Let's first take a look. Open Bilibili. The bar phone displays two columns. The dual folding shows three columns dynamically, and the trifolding now directly shows four columns. As for Xiaohongshu, it's even more exaggerated. You can pinch your fingers to directly show 5 columns in a row. Wow, reading 10 lines at a glance is no joke. At this point, someone might say, back to A Brief History of Time. What's the difference between 2, 3, and 4 columns on station B? 832.59.575 766. 4 columns are even more dazzling and unclear. At this point, please click on a video. That's right. Swipe up and down on the right to read the comments without any delay. 023921758183. Unlike the bar phone, where when viewing comments, the video looks as if it's crammed into a Symbian phone screen, or like the dual folding, where the comment section is flat below, and you can only see one comment per line. Then some people may say 659W. When you watch short videos, isn't it the same that you can only watch one at a time? The black borders on the sides are also particularly large. Of course, short videos should be watched vertically. If on such a large screen, browsing the things you love to watch, you know how enjoyable that is. And do you remember the pen I mentioned earlier? Ah, that's right, it actually supports. So you can use one hand to remotely scroll up and down vertical videos, leaving one hand free. Besides entertainment, some utility software on the trifolding phone. When you open a map, the phrase, vast territory, I finally understand how to write. It perfectly encapsulates that phrase, Taiwan province. Searching for locations, buses, and subways is the same on the tablet. From Shanghai Pudong Airport, you can barely see Disney, Xuanchao Town, GS 20,232,175. And at the same zoom level, the dual-folding screen phone can see Lujiazui, while the trifolding phone has the ability to directly see from Pudong Airport to Hangzhou Airport. From the suburban train station, you can see the extravagant park of the Summer Palace. 5 kilometers. Shenzhen is even more outrageous. You can clearly see most of the road congestion conditions. You can directly see Hong Kong Sai Kung from Baoan Airport. So if this trifolding phone is used by Koreans, 0 kilometers, they might accidentally slide from Seoul to Pyongyang. But a large screen also has a downside, as it can interfere with judgment. For working people like us, when viewing a rental VR on Bake, if you look horizontally, it appears as a 30 square meter old, dilapidated, and small, powered by. But on a trifolding phone, it directly shows me The grandeur of a 300 square meter large, flat apartment. If you look vertically, a 10 square meter pigeon cage directly appears as a 3-story loft in depth. This definitely affects judgment. Joe Wen. Now that we've talked about tools, finally, let's talk about, first of all, from flipping a single page on a candy bar phone, to the elongated book shape of a dual-folding screen phone, to the influence of acquired factors on people with the elongated dual-folding screen. The first dual-folding slender person. The first ultimately to the current trifolding era reflects when science prevails. The incoming body movements are like the beat of millet. The body movements are indeed very. In essence, thinking is the brain's response to received information. Essentially, worry or restraint can. A one-tune scale book. Whether it's modesty or restraint, smiling at the HR specialist, it finally appeared on the phone, and I found she was helping me. It finally appeared in the seedlings. Mom can no longer say to me, obviously, I'm playing on the phone instead of reading a book. Kindle really couldn't have imagined. Ebooks. It's truly making an electronic device into a book. Other than studying. The rest is just for work. So we can also see the detestable office software. Even DingTalk becomes. Let's record. The complex stack of page button hierarchies. Finally, on the trifolding screen. Condensed became stretched, expanded. Bottom navigation bar. Message list. Chat window. Now all fit comfortably on the spacious screen. Arrange. The document opened in the chat window. Can even drag the middle slider to display it in a complete 1-to-1 ratio, without interrupting the use of the functions on the left. Even click the split screen button at the top right. Take note. One hook, one account. Take note. If this feature could be adapted for WeChat, then my 2 girlfriends and I. If one software could be split like this, multiple apps on the trifold wouldn't be amazing. Take note. Because everyone knows that trifolding is actually. So slide the navigation bar to the top left, to split 2 apps left and right like a dualfold. But when you drag the middle slider, yes, you immediately get. Then when you click above to add another window, you immediately receive photos of 3 bars phones. Photos. No translation needed. This appears to be a placeholder for a date. Files between them can now be transferred mutually. So it's no wonder the Mate XTs is priced at. So who is saying the trifolding phone is sold at a high price? Not a penny more is earned, okay? At this point, someone is bound to say, your screen is so fluid. Doing this split and that split. Axe just do one directly. Double happiness dubniner. Pull down the control center. Click to open this free multi-window. Now any software you open on the trifolding phone will be displayed in window form. It's like taking apart a Harmony OS computer screen. We know that mobile software can be used on a Harmony OS computer. So this Harmony OS phone can certainly use it too. Click on the WPS with a computer icon in the bottom right corner. That's right. A fully functional desktop version of WPS. Just like that, it opens vibrantly on your phone. Awesome. Click the open button in the top left corner. It's entirely a computer-grade window. Click to create a new file. You can see all the. Note that all editing features are fully available. Even the annoying new AI from WPS is included. Finally, the document we viewed earlier in DingTalk. Click on the open method. Choose other applications to open, cancel. Then select WPS Office or Write. You can directly perform computer-level document editing on your phone, holding it like a card, thin as a cicada's wing. So, no wonder Huawei's trifolding phone brings those with money a step closer. The excuse of not being able to work because you didn't bring your phone on a business trip. This excuse has now completely disappeared. So when can people pull out a 75-inch TV from their pocket? I don't know. But people pulling out a 10-inch laptop from their pocket has now become a reality. This time, with the support of Harmony OS 5, the Huawei Mate XTs has finally evolved from being able to just cover an extra cup of instant noodles a year ago into a productivity tool that can truly accomplish many tasks today. And you can see that in front of this unreasonable large screen. The candy bar phones, over these past 10 plus years of development, all those painstakingly devised interactive designs and operational innovations are directly overshadowed by the absolute screen size, making them look as awkward as Chan Honam wielding a watermelon knife, trying to ambush Pearl Harbor. In short, this trifolding phone product is typically discussed by people who will not buy it, and those who buy it will not discuss it. Just like the old mobile phones from 30 years ago to today's trifolding phones. We may have never truly owned such types of phones. They become a symbol of an era and a flicker. But I can probably guess that throughout the bullet comments and reviews of this video, there will definitely be someone saying, all these features you're talking about, can't they all be done by a tablet nowadays? Excuse me, Su Xing, do you know there's something called a tablet? Then let me ask you, can a tablet fit into your pocket? Answer me. Kan Jie Wo De Yan Jing. Gao Su Wo.